Ladies and gentlemen of Ponds Forge, this is the Swim England National Summer Meet, session number 10. We know how this one goes. Last one, fast one. Are we ready for tonight? That's what we like to hear.
A light is ready to shine throughout Glasgow and Scotland once again. Hopes and dreams sealed and shattered in a single breath. Be there when new European champions are crowned.
Our thanks go to sponsors and partners without whom this event would not be possible. Funding partner, Sport England. Official partners, Tier, Merthyr Pools. Endorsed product, Sports Systems. Host city, marketing Sheffield and Sheffield International venues.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are not far away from our very final session of the week. And for some of you in the crowd, some of the swimmers, some of the coaches, I know a very long 2 weeks as well. But as the mantra always goes, last one, fast one. We're going to throw absolutely everything at it tonight. Loads coming up, including, of course, later on in the year as well. Do keep your eye on the Swim England calendar. Some of the very best highlights from this morning. Some great stuff in the pool here at Ponds Forge, which is just what we love to see. And if you want to cherish some of those sessions, whether it be heats, whether it be finals, they are available from Vimeo on demand for £5 a session for you to keep forever. All you need to do is scan the QR codes that are scattered around the venue here at Ponds Forge with your phone camera. It will take you to a link where you can get those Vimeo sessions forever. And don't forget, nominations close today for the Swim England National Awards 2018. Just hit them up on Google, Swim England National Awards. It'll come up and you can nominate your coaches, your swimmers, your parents. There's so many different awards to nominate. The nominations close today and they are for the 10th of November, taking place at Birmingham. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost ready to meet our swimmers, but we are ready to meet our referees and their officials. So please, welcome them to poolside. For the final time this week, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your referees and starters. Our referees for this evening's session, Heather Sumrill and Joanne Highfield. Your starters, Rhiannon Edwards and John Davis. Your technical delegate, Roger Pryor. Officials, you may be seated. We are not far away from meeting our swimmers at all. The final time this week. We have our officials. We are about to meet our swimmers. Crowd here in Ponds Forge for the last time this week. Are you ready to go? I think we can go one little bit notch louder. Are we ready to go? Go on then. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside your athletes for the men's 13-14 years, 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Chivalrous, Elijah Kendrick. In 1 from Brighton, Matthew Hines. In 2 from Watford, Keten Ratch. In 3 from City of Leicester, Alexander Casey. In 4 from Millfield, Matthew Hall. In 5 from Camden Swiss Cottage, Donatas Dragasius. In 6 from Derwentside, Joshua Savage. In 7 from Gateshead and Wickham, Adam Barrett. In 8 from Leatherhead, Dominic Morgan. And in 9 from Kingston upon Hull, Mason Lands. This is the men's 13-14 years, 200 metres backstroke final.
So here we go, the very first of 27 finals in the final session of this afternoon's meet. And in the pool we've already had the names, and look at it across the board already, just the first 50 metres done, and we're already a straight line across the pool. Again, 27 finals to enjoy, both men's and the girls. Don't forget you can get in touch using the hashtag SESwimming on Twitter. Please get us your messages for encouragement, your team support, good luck, or even well done after we've already had some winners. Please do get in touch. We'll read out as many as we can throughout the evening session. So getting towards the halfway stage already of final number one. It's the men's 13-14 years boys 200 metres. And who's going to be leading at the halfway stage? A couple of names involved, lanes 4 and lane 1. It's Matthew Hall and Matthew Hine, namesakes, leading the way as we go into the second half of the first final. Matthew Hall of Midfield on 105.65, and to his side in lane 5, Donatus Gregarious, the Camden Swiss athlete, but it's the green cap down lane number 4, down that centre lane. And keep your eye also, lane number 1, he's still involved, Matthew Hind of Brighton, 106.47 at the turn. Coming into this one, the fastest entry time was, of course, lane number 4, or lane number 5. Donatus Gregarious is currently in second at 2:16.88, and Matthew Hall 2:16.49. And it is those two that lead the way. It's going to the paper, going to the form book. 50 metres to go. They turn for home for the final time. It's lane number 4, Matthew Hall, is taking advantage. Half a body length lead, the green cap versus the white cap. It's Millfield versus Leicester in the centre. Gold, silver and bronze up for grabs in all of these finals. The bronze currently sitting in lane number 1 with Matthew Hind, but keep your eyes down those centre lanes he's led from start to finish. Matthew Hall of Millfield is going to take the gold in final number 1. A time of 2:13.24, followed closely by Donatus Gregarious. The whole way throughout the entire 200 metres, a 2:15.12 for him, and taking the bronze, Matthew Hind in lane number 1 from Brighton. Fantastic first final in this final session. And there's your confirmed results. Matthew Hall of Millfield, 2:13.24, fantastic first final. And we move on to final number 2.
Time then for our next race, ladies and gentlemen. It is the men's 15 years 200 metres backstroke final. Please welcome the athletes to poolside. In 0 from Hackney, Kai Ogden. In 1 from Teddington, Edward Hunt. In 2 from Bracknell, Brogan Hyde. In 3 from Amersham, Ellis Morgan. In 4 from Mount Kelly, Maxwell George. In 5 from Seagull, Sonny Chamberlain Hyde. In 6 from Borough Stockton, William Ellis. In 7 from Preston, Harry Robinson. In 8 from City of Birmingham, Jamie Dark. And in 9 from Borough Broxtowe, Zane Batt. This is the men's 15 years 200 metres backstroke final.
And already a couple of messages on Twitter coming through. First of all, from Karen Saunders. One last cheeky shout out to Mark Edmondson and Neve Ward, both swimming in backstroke for Team Bath in the last session. Thanks for the great commentary. Thank you for the comment. And also Megan Baines, good luck to Madison Turner in your 200 back final. Keep those coming in. So, who was the fastest coming into this one? It was, of course, Maxwell George of Mount Kelly Swimming. He's in lane number 4. And it was a PB in the entry time to get into this final as well, a 2:13.8. The only man under 2:14. Closest to him was a 2:14.99. So a full second behind. So we'd expect to see the winner from this one coming down that lane number 4, if not 5. And that is the way as things go as we approach the halfway stage. But it's maybe just a fingertip lead for Sonny Chamberlain Hyde, the Seagull swimmer, in lane number 5. And he's at the tip of a pyramid in the pool. as they turn for the halfway stage. And it's a very, very slender lead indeed. Just about half a second ahead of Maxwell George, the fastest on paper. So what can he do over the second half of this 200-metre final? It's around about half a body length lead now to his left and right. If he decided to look, I'm sure he won't. He'd still see Sonny Chamberlain, Ellis Morgan and William Ellis all involved in the chase for the silver and the bronze. By no means has his hands on the gold yet, Sonny Chamberlain. So they'll turn for home for the second and final time. And he maintains that lead. Where he goes to Sonny Chamberlain in 5, Maxwell George second, and William Ellis currently in the top 3 silverware positions. But nothing at all decided as yet, because there's plenty involved. It's looking like the 4 central, most definitely. And can Sonny Chamberlain hold on to that lead over these last 20 metres? He's extended that to a body length to his left and right. He can't hesitate, he can't hang around. Maxwell George and William Ellis both involved in the fight for silver. But gold's going to go to Sonny Chamberlain Hyde of Seagulls in lane number 5. Silver's going to go to Maxwell George, just pipping William Ellis of Borough of Stockton. A fantastic second final, but everybody chasing behind the Seagull swimmer, Sonny Chamberlain Hyde.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our next race. Please welcome the athletes to poolside for the men's 16 years, 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Wickham District, Thomas Poulton. In 1 from Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, Andre Stridham. In 2 from Southport, Thomas Hill. In 3 from Basildon and Phoenix, Liam Brennan. In 4 from Staines, Ross Philp. In 5 from Derwent Side, Aaron Beckford. In 6 from Sutton and Cheam, Joseph Lenehan. In 7 from Basildon and Phoenix, James Cooper. In 8 from West Dorset, George Green. And in 9 from Blackpool Aquatics, Joshua Howlett. This is the men's 200 metres backstroke final.
So great support from poolside already, and as we move into the 16 years men's final for the 200 metres, fastest in the pool, Ross Philp came in with a 2 minutes 12.79. That was a PB to get into this final as well, and he's had a cracking year, as has Aaron Beckford, Joseph Lenehan and James Cooper, all having fantastic seasons. The 2.12 from Philp was a PB, also Aaron Beckford's 2.13.94, a season's best coming into this, and Josh Lenehan a PB of 2.14 to get into the final. So fantastic swimming in the heats this morning, but who can pull it out the bag when it really matters, when you're chasing the silverware in the evening session? And a much tighter race we've had already in these finals through the first 75 metres. Just above our commentary position now, you could draw a straight line between 7 or 8 of these guys in the pool. Is it going to be that way in 100 metres time? So taking the lead at the halfway stage, it is Aaron Beckford of Derwent Side, a 104.53, very closely followed, 0.3 of a second behind is Ross Philp of Staines, and then just 0.03 of a second behind is Liam Brennan of Basildon Phoenix. So just 0.3 separating the top 3, and they now stretch that lead ever so slightly. The race for the gold, the silver and the bronze, as we will see so often coming down those central lanes. But as I say that, lane number 0, that's Thomas Poulton of Wickham District. He's maybe the man to chase down those top 3 as it stands. And they will turn for the second and final time. And it stays the same position. Aaron Beckford from Ross Phillip from Liam Brennan. 25 metres to go. It looks like it's only going to be these three involved in the race for the silverware. Can anybody do anything about it? The only man chasing at the moment, James Cooper of Buzzard and Phoenix, who's over in lane number 7. But from our position, it's a body length lead for these three, and maybe just a fingertip for lane number 4, Ross Philp. He's come through. He was second at the previous marker. He's going to come through the last 50. 5 minutes to go. He's going to get it on the line. Who's going to get the silver? The gold goes to Philp. 2:10.77. Couple of seconds under his entry time. And silver is picked by Aaron Beckford of Derwentsside, just out-touching, outstretching by 1/10 of a second. Liam Brennan of Buzzard and Phoenix. There's the confirmed times. Ross Philp, fantastic time, 2:10.77 for the gold.
Well, another amazing race right there, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully another one in the pipeline now. Please welcome to poolside the athletes for the men's 17 years, 200 metres, backstroke final. In 0 from Sutton and Cheam, Kieran Rutter. In 1 from Nova Centurion, Joshua Harris. In 2 from City of Milton Keynes, Miles Drabwell. In 3 from Mount Kelly, Jacob Newcomb. In 4 from City of Oxford, Daniel Jenkins. In 5 from Blythe Barracudas, Leonard Saragins. In 6 from Windsor, Maritz Hugers. In 7 from Newcastle, Adam Wilson. In 8 from Team Bath, Mark Edmondson. And in 9 from Weston-super-Mare, Evan Brunson. This is the men's 17 years, 200 metres, backstroke final.
And now we get to be entertained by the 17-year-olds. Fastest entry time, Daniel Jenkins, lane number 4, at 2:08.67, and no less than 6 PBs to get themselves into these finals. They went to Evan Brunsden, Miritz Hodges, Lennis Saragins, Daniel Jenkins, Jake Newcomb, Miles Drabwell, all with PBs to get into the final. But can they pull something else out the bag when it really matters, when there's silverware up for grabs? Lane number 5, Leonard Saragins leads the way from Barracudas. And Jacob Newcomb, Mount Kelly, very close between those two. And what can lane 4? The fastest man on paper coming into this one, Daniel Jenkins, City of Oxford, currently fighting for the bronze as we approach the halfway stage. The blue cap in the centre lane, but it's the 2 white caps to his left and right who will lead at the halfway stage, as they did at the 50-metre mark. A 101.71 at the turn, and a 101.81, just 1/10 of a second, separating the top 2. So what can Daniel Jenkins do? Down in the middle, he's going to have to chase to his left and his right. On the outside lane, lane 0, keep your eye on Kieran Rutter of Sutton Cheam. He's also a man chasing some silverware in the form of bronze as it stands, but with 50 to go, anything can happen. Who's left the most in the tank? Who's left the most energy out of the entire week's worth of racing? Multiple races competed by for each athlete in the pool. Possibly their last race, or maybe they're doing one a little bit later as well. Daniel Jenkins in lane number 4. In 2016, he won a 15-year-old 200-metre freestyle silver. Can he improve on that today? And over the last 25 metres, he has done indeed. So the blue cap He was third at the halfway turn. He's had a storming second 100 metres. Daniel Jenkins is going to come home to take this for Oxford. He's going to get the gold. The silver's going to be up for grabs still. It's going to go to Jacob Newcombe, the man that was in first at halfway stage, has to settle for the silver. And Lennis Saracens of Blythe Barracudas, he has to settle for the bronze. A 2:05.97 for Daniel Jenkins. 3 seconds clear of his entry time. He takes the gold.
Time for another one, ladies and gentlemen. This time for the seniors. Please welcome the athletes to poolside for the men's 18 years and over 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Nova Centurion, Samuel Williams. In 1 from Newcastle, Joseph Martin. In 2 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Matthew Evans. In 3 from Northampton, Matthew Richmond. In 4 from Denmark, Alexander Kleese. In 5 from Denmark, Gustav Friberg. In 6 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Samuel Taylor. In 7 from Amersham, James Irwin. In 8 from West Suffolk, Miles Turner. In 9 from Northampton, Samuel Blackett. This is the men's 18 years and over 200 metres backstroke final.
So here we are with the seniors, the 5th and final 200-metre final for the men before we move on to the women's finals. Fastest entry time by an absolute country mile, by a full 9 seconds coming into this one. Alexander Kleese of Denmark just failing to break the 2-minute mark. It was a 2 minutes, 0 seconds, 0.87, a PB for him as well. His teammate Gustav Friberg at 2:09.78. Then the head to top off the English contingent, Samuel Taylor at 2:10.69 and Matthew Richmond at 2:10.21. And it is going to form book through the first 75 metres. Alexander Kleese, he is very much the favourite to win this one again. His entry time 9 seconds quicker than his closest competitor, the man from Denmark. He'll be going for a complimentary gold medal for the guests from Denmark. And don't forget, it could be a second or third, fourth and fifth, still getting gold, silver and bronze in the English nationals behind the Danes. And it's the Danes spearheading the pool at the moment. Swimmers to their left and right, out towards the outer edges. And it is lanes 3 and 6 that we'll keep our eyes on for the English contingent. Matthew Richmond of Northampton and Samuel Taylor, City of Manchester. They're fighting out for the English gold at the moment. Alexander Kleese turns for home in a 1:30.15. Just one more length of the pool to go. It's going to be a glorious final length for him. And who's looking up behind him? Of course, Gustav Friberg, his teammate from Denmark, 1:33.24. Then you have the two to their left and to their right. Matthew Richmond of Northampton, Samuel Taylor, City of Manchester. And then outside then as well, it is really fraying down the centre of the pool. Matthew Evans and James Irwin, they're going to be in line for gold. But here comes lane 4, led from start to finish. No surprise, he's beaten his PB again from the entry time in the final, 2:49. His teammate, well, let's have a look for the English gold. Third place in the pool, the gold's going to go to Matthew Richmond at 2:08.62. Silver will go to Samuel Taylor, and James Irwin for England will come through to take the bronze. So no surprise there to see the Danes streaking down the centre of the pool, and everything for the English contingent happened just to their left and right. Silvers, bronzes and golds for the English contingent down the sides.
It's time to go now then with our first women's event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. So let's make plenty of noise as we welcome to poolside the athletes for the women's 12-13 years 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from City of Stoke, Jessica Meller. In 1 from Tynemouth, Libby Freeman. In 2 from City of Bradford, Sophia Basaraba. In 3 from Basildon and Phoenix, Ella Turner. In 4 from City of Salford, Hannah Camden. In 5 from Middlesbrough, Evie Dilley. In 6 from Colchester, Charlotte Norman. In 7 from Atlantis, Amber Ranson. In 8 from Nova Centurion, Heidi Marriott. And in 9 from Wickham District, Rebecca Hayward. This is the women's 12-13 years, 200 metres backstroke final.
So we've enjoyed the men's 200 metre finals. Now we move on to the women, first of all, the 12-13 years. And it's an absolute glorious start from lane 1's Libby Freeman of Tynemouth. Fastest coming into this one is, of course, Hannah Camden. She is, as ever, in lane number 4, a 2:27.16. And that was a PB to get into this final, as it was for Evie Dilley, a 2:27.5. So just 3/10 separating the two down the centre lanes. Don't be surprised to see the medals coming down those middle two golden lanes to their sides. Charlotte Norman and Ella Turner are just to their outsides, and Amber Ranson in lane number 7. She had 4 silvers and 2 bronze medals in 2017. What can she do in 2018? And it's still lane number 1, Libby Freeman of Tynemouth. She turned in the lead as we approach the halfway stage. Very much going against the form books from the outside lanes, but it's not completely uncommon, not completely unheard of to get medals from these outer ones. And she will turn at the halfway stage as a 1:09.81. That's incredibly close down the centre. Hannah Camden and Evie Dilley less than half a second behind for second and third. Can she maintain this? The girl from Tynemouth, Libby Freeman. What can she do over the last 75 metres? It looks from our position that she's pulling away slightly. She had half a body length lead at the halfway stage, and it's now turned into a full body length lead. And the fight for silver and bronze, my goodness me, you could say there's 4 or 5 involved for it, but very much in the lead as they approach the final turn for the final time. It is Libby Freeman, 1:47.1. The silver and the bronze medal positions still being held by Camden and Dilley from Salford and Middlesbrough. Down the middle, Charlotte Norman to their left and right. On the near side, Jessica Meller of Cossacks. She takes the 5th medal position. In lane number 1, getting incredibly tight between her and lane number 6. Charlotte Norman's coming through an absolute storm in the last 25 metres. Can Freeman hold on in the blue cap of Tynemouth, or can Charlotte Norman do anything about it from Colchester? It does indeed go to Libby Freeman. Charlotte Norman comes through in the last 75 metres to take a fantastic silver, and Evie Dilley of Middlesbrough holds on to take the bronze home to Middlesbrough. So we'll just await the official results. It was incredibly close on the line. Libby Freeman and, of course, Charlotte Norman. What a fantastic final 50 metres for her, streaking through the field. Barely in the top 3 at the 150 metre mark, but that doesn't matter. And there we go, Libby Freeman takes the gold, Charlotte Norman indeed the silver, and Evie Dilly-Van takes the bronze.
Without further ado, we go straight into our next race. Please welcome the athletes to poolside for our next event, the women's 14 years 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Millfield, Astrid Hanna. In 1 from Team Bath, Neve Ward. In 2 from Skipton, Madison Turner. In 3 from Hatfield, Jessica Keogh. In 4 from York City Baths, Ella Stabler. In 5 from City of Peterborough, Ella McGee. In 6 from Stockport Metro, Martha Hurst. In 7 from Thames, Lucy Block. In 8 from Wickham District, Ella Dyson. And in 9 from Mount Kelly, Sophie Main. This is the women's 14 years 200 metres backstroke final.
Well, the second of the women's 200 metre final, this time the 14-year-olds, and another plethora of PBs to get themselves into these finals, the fastest of which was a 2:25.48 from Ella Stabler, of course in lane 4, but to her left and right PBs for Martha Hurst, Ella McGee, Jessica Keogh and Madison Turner, also Neve Ward. So 6 PBs to get these girls into this final. Can anybody pull anything extra out the bag when it really counts, and those medals are well and truly up for grabs? And they are just 125 metres away from a sought-after medal. It's the 2 blue caps in lanes 5 and 7, Ella McGee and Lucy Brooke, Peterborough and Tame athletes. And it's not often we see in the previous race a gold medal coming from lane number 1. It seems to be going back to the form book in the second final of the women's 200 metre backstroke. And lane 5, Ella McGee maintains that lead she held after the 50 metre mark. So halfway down, halfway to go. Ella Stabler, York City, just to her side. And Jessica Keogh of Hatfield, another half a second behind Stabler. But Ella McGee, and it's the body length lead now. Blue cap, blue bodysuit. But the colour she really wants, of course, is gold. So 75 to go. It's getting incredibly tight now. If she looked to her left, which I'm sure she won't, she'd see Ellie McGee and Martha Hurst closing down. It is a 3-woman race as we turn for home. Maybe a little look of each other underwater, and then give everything over these final 35, 40 metres. Leave nothing in the tank whatsoever. Can she hold on to her lead? Ella McGee, City of Peterborough, she's held it since the first 20 metres, but coming streaking through in lane number 4, Ella Stabler of York City. She may even be in touch or in lead now with 20 metres to go. The orange cap versus the blue cap. It looks like the silver cap or the pink cap of Jessica Keogh is going to get bronze, but the gold is going to go to lane number 4, Ella Stabler. She comes through in the final 50 metres to take the gold. Ahead of Ella McGee, she held the gold medal position for the first 170 metres, just for giving it in the end, but she'll take home a silver, and bronze goes to Jessica Keogh in the pink hat of Hatfield. So we'll just wait for the confirmed results of that final for the women's 14-year-olds. And it has been confirmed. Another fantastic final. Congratulations to Ella Stabler.
Time then for our next race, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the athletes to poolside for the women's 15 years, 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Colchester, Asma Parker. In 1 from City of Birmingham, Lily Massey. In 2 from Thanet Swin, Tamsin Maiba. In 3 from Portsmouth North Sea, Kate Baxter. In 4 from Weston-super-Mare, Madeline Soper. In 5 from Derwentside, Annabelle McCrory. In 6 from Hillingdon, Emily Driver. In 7 from Wrekin College, Eve Lelou. In 8 from Ellesmere College Titans, Gerda Vasiliauskaite. And in 9 from Dulwich Dolphins, Frances New. This is the women's 15 years, 200 metres backstroke final.
It's the turn of the 15-year-olds. Fastest entry time, 2:25.52. Entry time's really coming down now. That was a PB as well from Madeline Soper, the athlete from Weston-super-Mare. British Championships qualifier in 2018. Regional qualifier for the last 5 years in a row. So very much fantastic form, long-term form for Soper. To her left and right PBs also to get into the final from Annabelle McCroy and Kate Baxter, 2:25.71. and 2:26.02. And this is most definitely, at this early stage, the closest final we've seen of all of these in the evening session. Now, we had a gold medal from lane 1 a couple of heats ago, or a couple of races ago, and now on the far side in lane number 8, Gerda Vasiliauskaite. She takes the lead at the halfway stage. She does indeed turn with the lead in lane 8. Behind her, second and third places, silver and gold, are currently going to Asma Parker in lane 2, so it's very much a race on the outside lanes as things stand. Bronze sits with Kate Baxter, but can they hold on to it for another 100 metres? We'll wait and find out. So lane number 3, Kate Baxter, she is now chasing down the outside lanes of 8 and 0. Asma Parker and Gerda Vasiliauskaite. So they turn for home. Kate Baxter, she's had a fantastic week, the Portsmouth athlete, and she's managed to take over the lead with 50 to go. It's still incredibly tight. I wouldn't want to pin a gold, bronze or silver medal on any of these 10 athletes as yet. Everything up for grabs. Whoever's left the most in the tank for the final 25 metres. Very much so. Lane number 8, Vasiliauskaite. But look at number 3, Kate Baxter. She's maintaining that lead, and it's not growing and it's not shortening. Can she just maintain it for the final few strokes of this final? Look at lane number 5, Annabelle McCroy's coming through. It does go to Kate Baxter. She takes gold, 2:23.55. That's almost 2.5 seconds ahead of her entry time. Silver will go to Annabelle McCroy, and in third place, she held gold for so long, Gerda Vasiliauskaite.
Another thrilling race. Let's have another one. Without further ado, it is time to welcome our athletes to poolside for our next event, the women's 16 years, 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Haventon Waterlooville, Gemma Elliott. In 1 from Northampton, Isabel Hume. In 2 from City of Hereford, Evie Johns. In 3 from City of Norwich, Megan Pye. In 4 from Wickham District, Lara Richmond. In 5 from Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, Francesca Whiting. In 6 from Basildon and Phoenix, Ellie Wheeler. In 7 from Exeter City, Millie Rawlers. In 8 from Bromley, Imogen Mears. And in 9th from Devonshire Excel, Naomi Dilly. This is the women's 16 years, 200 metres backstroke final.
And we move on to the 16-year-old girls. It's a cracking start already in the first 25 from lane 0. Gemma Elliott, fantastic, moving out the block, already half a body length lead. Fastest coming into this one, of course, lane number 4, 2:22.11. And again, another PB to get into this final for Lara Richmond. To her left and right, Francesca Whiting, Megan Pye, also PBs to get into this final. And the fourth and final PB coming from Millie Rawls, Exeter City Swimming Club at 2:24.27. Throughout the turn, it is indeed Gemma Elliott after that wonderful start on the near side. Haventon Waterlooville athlete. Second place currently with Lara Richmond down the centre and Megan Pye. That's where you generally expect the medals to go, but you can't really expect or assume anything when it comes to the finals, as we have seen a couple of times already in this evening session. So Imogen Mears now in the far side on lane 8. She's taken the lead away from lane number 0, so all the action happening on the outside lanes. But look at that trio down the centre. Lanes 4, 5 and 3. Megan Pye, Lara Richmond, Francesca Whiting. We will wait and see if they can come through in the final 50 metres, but it does still look like lane number 0, Gemma Elliott of Haventon Waterlooville, and on the far side, lane number 8, Imogen Mears of Bromley. Imogen Mears is entry time of 2:24.76, so 2 seconds behind Lara Richmond, who's in lane number 4. And the lead now going to Lara Richmond. As we say that, my goodness me, the Wickham and District athlete takes the lead. And at the most important and crucial stage into the final 50, Imogen Mears in lane 8 still holding on to second place. And it's only a few tenths between the two of them. And then bronze currently sat with Megan Pye. And it is going to be between, by the looks of things here, lane number 4, Lara Richmond. She's taken hold the last 60 metres by the scruff of the neck. The Wickham District athlete, my goodness me, fantastically well timed race for her. She'll take the gold. Lara Richmond, second place, just behind her, Megan Pye, just 8 tenths behind her. And then Imogen Mears on the far side, in the lead for so long through the third 50 metres. She will take home the bronze for Bromley.
And we go straight into our next event, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the athletes to poolside for the women's 17 years and over 200 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Basildon and Phoenix, Emily Lane. In 1 from Bishop Stortford, Neve James. In 2 from Borough Kirklees, Rebecca Thornton. In 3 from City of Bristol, Oriana Munden. In 4 from Denmark, Sarah Sylvestre. In 5 from Birmingham University, Jessica Shaw. In 6 from Preston, Emily Peck. In 7 from Thanet Swim, Robin Moon. In 8 from City of Hereford, Ellie Westerby. And in 9 from City of Peterborough, Emma Leslie. This is the women's 17 years and over 200 metres stroke final.
Here we are then with the 10th and final 200 metre final. We had five fantastic finals for the men's, and this is the 5th and final 200 metre backstroke final for the women. Now, fastest entry was a 2:18, the lady from Denmark, Sarah Sylvestre, and that was a PB to get into this final as well. Jessica Shaw, just 0.6 of a second behind from the University of Birmingham, also a PB, and 2 others in the pool, Emily Peck and Raina Munden, doing the utmost in the qualifying races this morning. Now it's lane number 5, Jessica Shaw of Birmingham University. She holds the current lead in the orange cap right down the centre. To her right, of course, Sarah Sylvestre, the white cap of Denmark. They've done so well, the visitors this week, taken home plenty of gold, silver and bronze complementary medals. There's no surprise to see them in the centre lanes in these finals also. But it's great for Jessica Shaw, holding off the international contingent as we speak. And to her right as well, in lane number 6, Emily Peck of Preston, currently taking up 3rd position. And if you look at the scoreboard, at that halfway turn, there was less than half a second separating those 3 down the centre lanes. Lane number 3, Oriana Munden, City of Bristol, getting involved much as well. And it is fanning out from the centre to the sides. Looks like the gold, silver and the bronze is going to be somewhere down those central 4 lanes, unless anybody can pull something out the bag over these last 50 metres. Look at that, down the centre, those 3 central lanes, lanes 4, 5 and 6. Nothing to separate them. And Oriana Munden just outside. She'll be doing her best to get back inside, but it does look like it's going to be those 3 central. Of course, any Danish medal will be a complimentary medal. So therefore, even if you finish 4th, you're still going to get the English national bronze. And coming through in lane number 4, as we saw in the previous final, it's the last 50 metres which really make it count. The gold goes to Sarah Sylvestre, the complimentary gold. The English gold will go to Jessica Shaw. Silver will go to Emily Peck, and the bronze to Oriana Munden of City of Bristol. But everybody chasing Sarah Sylvestre over those last 50 metres. So a commemorative gold goes to Sarah Sylvestre, 2:17.25, a fantastic time.
Time then for our next event, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the men's multi-class 100 metres backstroke final. Please welcome the athletes to poolside. In 0 from City of Coventry, Joshua Fairchild. In 1 from Orpington, Billy Birchmore. In 2 from Brompton, George Eldridge. In 3 from Portsmouth North Sea, Dominic Redpath. In 4 from Kingston upon Hull, Owen Garsides. In 5 from Leatherhead, Connor Ballard. In 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, Ryan Potter. In 7 from Cockermouth, Evan Holt. In 8 from Bolton Metro, Luke Batty. In 9 from Orion, Scott Hadley. This is the men's multi-class 100 metres backstroke final. Here we go with our first paraswimming race of the night. It's the multi-class 100 metres backstroke. Remember, those of you not fully familiar with paraswimming or indeed the multi-class system, it is points that win prizes. The swimmer who touches in first won't necessarily win the race. The swimmer with the quickest time this morning was Owen Garside, S14 swimmer from Kingston upon Hull. He's going all the way through in lane 4, but do keep an eye on the swimmers in the outside lanes in particular. Dominic Redpath has been excellent for Portsmouth North Sea all the way through the meet, and the S9 swimmer is pretty much up with Owen Garside so far. Connor Ballard in lane 5 is having a good swim as well, the S10 swimmer. The points will come out pretty interesting here, I think. Anywhere around 500, you're looking at a very, very good score and difficult to beat. First to come in will be Connor Ballard, the S10 swimmer from Leatherhead. What's the score? 5.27, very good. Is it good enough for gold, I wonder? It may well just be. Owen Garside comes in 5.23. 5.32 though for Dominic Redpath. Looks like that might well do it. One last swimmer to come in. Don't count those chickens just yet, but Scott Hadley comes in with 3.85, which means we can now confirm our medalists. Dominic Redpath takes 5.32, just ahead of Connor Ballard, just ahead of Owen Garside. Very, very close. Those results are now confirmed. Redpath gold, Ballard silver, Garside the bronze. 2, 3 even very, very good swims indeed. And a reminder for those swimmers who've already competed in the 200 metre backstroke and have won medals, please do make your way towards the presentation area. We'll be doing those ceremonies very shortly. Here we go then with our next event, ladies and gentlemen. It's the turn of the women. Please welcome to poolside the finalists for the women's multi-class 100 metres backstroke final. In 0 from Cockermouth, Grace Ella Cooper-Holmes. In 1 from Birmingham University, Fionn Butler. In 2 from Derwentside, Jay McCabe. In 3 from Wickham District, Katie Crowhurst. In 4 from City of Derby, Megan Neve. In 5 from City of Salford, Georgia Sheffield. In 6 from Warrington Warriors, Coral Farrell. In 7 from Cockermouth, Drew Stables. In 8 from Wisbeach, Anya Falkus. And in 9 from Camden Swiss Cottage, Charlotte Hyde. This is the women's multi-classification 100 metres backstroke final. We've got a short delay before the start of this race. Let's take a little look at what the chat is like on Twitter. Hashtag SE Swimming. Remember to get in touch with us. We've been loving your interaction absolutely all week long. It's been superb, and I do personally thank you for that. There's been some really funny and really entertaining tweets, and from a personal perspective, lovely stuff. Hannah has been in touch saying amazing swim, Evie finishing with 4th, and Ellie with 7th. Brilliant meet for swim. Hereford, Peterborough, Bath and Bracknell congratulating their swimmers, as well as Leicester. Ella Corby says congrats to Nell Kinch on her massive 5-second PB. And good luck to Francis in the final of the 200 back. Some brilliant results, some congratulatory tweets as well, which is lovely to see. looks like we are ready to start down on poolside. So without further ado, officials, it's over to you. This is a women's multi-class 100 metres backstroke final. And away we go. Women's multi-class 100 metre backstroke final. And do watch this race very, very carefully. I think I'm right in remembering that the highest score, multi-class wise, in this race in the morning, at least in the heats, came from lane 0, Grace Ella Cooper-Holmes. She had a brilliant swim for Cockermouth. So do watch this race right until the very end. She's an S7 swimmer along with Charlotte Hyde in the outside lanes. The quickest to the wall is likely to be Megan Neve. She's exceptionally quick. S14 swimmer from the city of Derby. Very, very good indeed. She leads the way in the white hat of Derby to the wall. Katie Crowhurst has had an excellent week for Wickham District. She'd love to round it off with a medal. S13 swimmer in lane 3. So too Drew Stables and Jay McCabe in 7 and 2. They've had such good weeks. Can they round it off with a medal? Someone has to lose out. Let's take a look at the scores then as they come in. Lane 4, Megan Neve will be first to touch. 620, that's brilliant from Megan Neve. 560 from Georgia Sheffield will be hard to beat, but Katie Crowhurst has done just that with 590. 543, 534, 509. The scores are insane, but are we about to see it all upset? In lane 0, Grace Ella Cooper-Holmes is coming in the S7 class. Could we see an upset in the medals? Yes, we can. She scores 604 to jump up into silver medal position. Megan Neve will retain gold with 620. With 590, it will be Katie Crowhurst, the S13 swimmer in lane 3. Ladies and gentlemen, some incredible scores there from our para swimmers. Let's hear it. Well, what a race that is from our para swimmers. We are still just waiting for those results to be confirmed. Some really, really good scores. I mentioned anywhere around the back end of 400 into 500 is very good at this level. To have two scores above 600, absolutely superb. Grace Ella Cooper-Holmes and Megan Neve with some brilliant swims. Megan Neve, only 15 this year. Big future for her, perhaps, for the city of Derby. Georgia Sheffield as well with 560. She's just 13 this year as well. Some really exciting swims from our para swimmers, and we cannot wait to crown our medalists in a little while. Katie Crowhurst has had a brilliant week. Plenty of medals for the Wickham District swimmer. She's just 14 this year, swimming in the S13 class. And ladies and gentlemen, given as it is, the last night of competition here in Ponsford, it is very relevant that we dish out some thank yous for the week. So if we could just have a round of applause in particular to our officials and all of the event staff, including all the volunteers that have made this event work, that would be greatly appreciated. I know. And we can now confirm that result in the women's multi-class backstroke final. Those results will stand. Megan Neve, Grace Ella Cooper-Holmes and Katie Crowhurst are our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 200 metres backstroke. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our presentation party. Swim England President, Richard Whitehead, Swim England Regional President for the North West, Bob Thorpe, and the Swim England Board Director, Bernard Simpkins. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 13-14 year category, representing Brighton, Matthew Hines. In the 15 years category, representing Borough of Stockton, William Ellis. And in the 16 years category, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Liam Brennan. The winners of the silver medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Donatus Dragasius. In the 15 years category, representing Mount Kelly, Maxwell George. And in the 16 years category, representing Derwentside, Aaron Beckford. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Millfield, Matthew Hall. In the 15 years category, representing Seagulls, Sonny Chamberlain-Hyde. And in the 16 years category, representing Staines, Ross Philp. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 200 metres backstroke. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 17 years category, representing Blythe Barracudas, Leonard Saragins. In the 18 years and over category, representing Amersham, James Owen. The winners of the silver medals. In the 17 years category, representing Mount Kelly, Jacob Newcomb. In the 18 years and over category, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Samuel Taylor. And receiving the commemorative silver medal, representing Denmark, Gustav Friberg. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 17 years category, representing City of Oxford, Daniel Jenkins. And in the 18 years and over category, representing Northampton, Matthew Richmonds. Receiving the commemorative gold medal, representing Denmark, Alexander Gleiser. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. I feel good. Thanks for all your support in the crowd tonight, in particular the voice that's providing those James Brown-esque screams. All your support for the medalists is greatly appreciated. Let's keep it coming. The medal ceremony for the women's 200 metres backstroke. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Middlesbrough, Evie Dilly. In the 14 years category, representing Hatfield, Jessica Keogh. And in the 15 years category, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Gerda Vasiliauskaite. Winners of the silver medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Colchester, Charlotte Norman. In the 14 years category, representing City of Peterborough, Ella McGee. And in the 15 years category, representing Derwentside, Annabelle McCrory. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Tynemouth, Libby Freeman. In the 14 years category, representing York City Baths, Ella Stabler. And in the 15 years category, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Kate Baxter. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 200 metres backstroke. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 16 years category, representing Bromley, Imogen Mears. And in the 17 years and over category, representing City of Bristol, Oriana Munden. Winners of the silver medals. In the 16 years category, representing City of Norwich, Megan Pye. And in the 17 years and over category, representing Preston, Emily Peck. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 16 years category, representing Wickham District, Lara Richmonds. And in the 17 years and over category, representing Birmingham University, Jessica Shaw. And receiving the commemorative gold medal, representing Denmark, Sarah Sylvestre. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's and women's multi-class 100 metres backstroke. The winners of the bronze medals. In the men's event, representing Kingston upon Hull, Owen Garsides. And in the women's event, representing Wickham District, Katie Crowhurst. The winners of the silver medals. In the men's event, representing Leatherhead, Connor Ballard. And in the women's event, representing Cockermouth, Graceella Cooper Holmes. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the men's event, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Dominic Redpath. And in the women's event, representing City of Derby, Megan Neve. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for all of our medalists. Now was, ladies and gentlemen, our final para-swimming medals of the meet, and what a way to go out as well. Some phenomenal swims in the 100 backstroke from both the boys and the girls in the para-swimming. From now to the end, though, it is go, go, go. We start with a little bit of splash and dash. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the athletes for the men's 13-14 years, 50 metres butterfly final. In 0 from Guildford City, Nathan Potgieter. In 1 from Dummer Atlantis, Damon Elliott. In 2 from City of Chester, Frankie Docking-Smith. In 3 from Salisbury, Aidan McMullen. In 4 from Wickham District, Samuel Tucker. In 5 from Millfield, David O'Loughlin. In 6 from Borough of Barnsley, Callum Smart. In 7 from Borough of Harrow, Alexander Coyle. In 8 from Solihull, Dean Ahmed. And in 9 from Plymouth Leander, Finley Washburn. This is the men's 13-14 years, 50 metres butterfly final.
Here we go then, the first of 10 50-metre finals. Blink and you will miss them. Fastest on paper, Samuel Tucker, 27.08, a PB for him. 5 PBs in between, coming all between these. Keep your eye on the centre lanes. It's the green caps in the centre lanes, 4 and 5, Samuel Tucker, David O'Loughlin, the 2 fastest men on paper. Who's going to get the gold and the silver between those two? It does go to Tucker. He gets the gold, 26.84, half a second under his entry time. David O'Loughlin of Neilfield takes the silver, and Aidan McLaughlin of Salisbury takes the bronze. All the silverware going to those central 3 lanes. So just waiting for those times to be confirmed. It is incredibly quick, just to make sure they're absolutely right. And there we go, Tucker with gold, O'Loughlin with silver, and McMullen takes home the bronze.
And without further ado, it is now time for our next event, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the athletes to poolside for the men's 15 years, 50 metres butterfly final. In 0 from Hatfield, Daniel Murtagh. In 1 from Northampton, Jack Gartside. In 2 from Mount Kelly, Maxwell George. In 3 from City of Bradford, Archie Dunn. In 4 from Pershaw, Patrick Heeks. In 5 from Portsmouth North Sea, Joseph Packham. In 6 from West Norfolk, Samuel Rose. In 7 from
Here we go then with the 17-year-olds, 25.99 for William Graham in lane number 4, the only man in the field to come in with a time under 26 seconds, and it is just 1/100th of a second underneath. So quite often going to the form book, 20 metres to go. He's just got his fingernails in front, Graham, in Melton Robe chap. He's coming through the centre. Can anybody take it away from him in the final couple of metres? No, they can't. William Graham takes gold, 25.75 outside of his entry time. Behind him, 25.96, Christian Tye of Bournemouth. And there we have the confirmation, and just outside 26 seconds, Aaron Fox of Beverton will take home the bronze.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is now time for our next event. Please welcome to poolside the athletes for the men's 18 years and over 50 metres butterfly final. In 0 from Wickham District, Charles Messenger. In 1 from Team Ipswich, Sonny Trigg. In 2 from Satellite, Adam Frost. In 3 from Denmark, Sebastian Irvison. In 4 from Denmark, Jonas Kistorp. In 5 from Exeter City, Dominic Waldridge. In 6 from Southport, Jacob Lee. In 7 from Oldham Aquatic, Samuel Goldrick. In 8 from Wrekin College, William Slawson. And in 9 from Newcastle, Thomas Bloor. This is the men's 18 years and over 50 metres butterfly final.
Take your marks.
Here we go with the seniors. No less than 7 athletes in the pool come into this race under 26 seconds, the fastest of which Jonas Kistorp of Denmark at 25.02. Can he possibly go under that magical 25 and get in the 24th? Find out very shortly. He's most definitely leading the race along with his teammate Sebastian Overson, Chris Kastrup. Who gets the gold? It does go to Kistrup. He'll get the commemorative gold. Silver, or the English gold, goes to Dominic Waldridge of Exeter City. The commemorative silver goes to Sebastian Overson of Denmark, and then the English silver, Jacob Lee of Southport, and the bronze will go to Satellite's Adam Frost for a 24.72 for Jonas Kistrup. Absolutely incredible time. 3 gents under 25 seconds. Dominic Waldridge of Exeter, the only Englishman.
Time for our next event then, ladies and gentlemen, and we go straight into the women's event. Please welcome the athletes at poolside for the women's 12-13 years 50 metres butterfly final. In 0 from Durham City, Brooke Illingworth. In 1 from Burnley Bobcats, Hattie Varley. In 2 from Tonbridge, Caitlin Ebbidge. In 3 from Borough Waltham Forest, Isabel Eiley. In 4 from Sevenoaks, Eva Acaro. In 5 from Lincoln Vulcans, Laura Dickinson. In 6 from City of Liverpool, Ella Prescott. In 7 from City of Bradford, Hermione Rowe. In 8 from Exeter City, Josephine Klein. And in 9 from City of Birmingham, Kira Hancock. This is the women's 12-13 years 50 metres butterfly final.
Here we go then with the first of the 5 50-metre for the women. It's the 12 and 13-year-olds. Fastest on paper, Eva Acaro, a 28.8. That actually made her the second quickest overall, despite her 13-year age group category. Quite incredible. And as you can imagine, she does lead the way, but it's only very marginal ahead of Isabel Eiley, Borough of Waltham athlete. It's going to be between these two, or to their right in the yellow cap, lane number 5, Laura Dickinson. Can she do anything over the last few metres? She can't ever. Acaro takes it from Sevenoaks. 28.56, so she's broken that 28.8 again. Silver does go to her left and right. Isabel Eiley, Borough of Waltham Forest, takes it, and then Laura Dickinson of Lincoln Vulcans, 29.11. She will take home the bronze medal.
Time for our next event then, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the athletes to the poolside for the women's 50 metres butterfly final. In the 14 years category, in 0 from Stockport Metro, Amy West. In 1 from City of Leicester, Madeline Squires. In 2 also from City of Leicester, Kiana Kowal. In 3 from Pershore, Hannah Woodcock. In 4 from St Felix School, Natalie Sanford. In 5 from City of Sheffield, Charlotte Berry. In 6 from Hounslow, Tallulah Paisley. In 7 from Chalfont, Olivia Lee. In 8 from Mid Sussex, Amelia Stone. And in 9 from Stockport Metro, Olivia Heron. This is the women's 14 years 50 metres butterfly final.
Take your mark.
Great support from poolside, absolutely thrilling racing in these 50-metre finals. And when only 0.8 seconds separates the entire field, then you know it's going to be a close one and down to the wire. The fastest on paper, 29.26. That was Natalie Sanford, the girl from St Felix School in Southwold. What can she do? It's very tight indeed. Her lane number 3 rival, Hannah Woodcock of Pershore, she's up there most definitely, and to her right, Charlotte Berry. But it does go to the form book. Natalie Sanford, 29.05. That's another 1500th of a second off of her entry time. Silver goes to Hannah Woodcock of Pershore. And in lane number 9 on the outside, Olivia Heron comes around the outside to pip the bronze.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, we fly into another one. Please welcome the athletes to the poolside for the women's 15 years 50 metres butterfly final. In 0 from Thurrock, Tilly Mays. In 1 from Portsmouth North Sea, Faye Francis. In 2 from Hoddesdon, Libby Dunford. In 3 from City of Norwich, Sasha Thomas. In 4 from Team Jorvik, Meredith Harness. In 5 from City of Sunderland, Caitlin Cambrook. In 6 from Hatfield, Jessica Woodward. In 7 from Wickham District, Rachel Cornford. In 8 from Sevenoaks, Zoe Naylor Perrott. And in 9 from Bromley, Annabelle Smith. This is the women's 15 years 50 metres butterfly final.
Take your mark.
So just 3 more of these 50-metre finals to enjoy. Meredith Harness, 29.1 coming into this one. And despite her, apart from her, all other 9 athletes in the pool separated by just 0.5 of a second. Many, many goals going down that lane number 4. What can Meredith Harness do of Team Jorvik? She's not in the lead. The lead's with lane number 6, Jessica Woodward of Hatfield. Is there going to be a surprise? It's not going to be lane 4. Or is she coming through in the final throws? It goes to Jessica Woodward, 28.86, an incredible time. Caitlin Cambrook also goes under the 29-second mark, 28.93, the lady from Sunderland. And Meredith Harness, the finest on paper, still takes home some silverware, 200ths behind Caitlin. She takes home the bronze.
Time then for our next race, ladies and gents. Let's make some noise as we welcome the athletes to poolside for the women's 16 years, 50 metres butterfly final. In 0 from Preston, Elizabeth Woodcock. In 1 from Mid-Sussex, Sophie Shaw. In 2 from Bishop Stortford, Mia Carter. In 3 from Mount Kelly, Macy Lawrence. In 4 from Kvik Kastrup, Julia Svensson. In 5 from City of Oxford, Emily Ford. In 6 from City of Peterborough, Mia Leach. In 7 from Portsmouth North Sea, Abigail Lacey. In 8 from Wolverhampton, Megan Dean. And in 9 from City of Liverpool, Holly White. This is the women's 16 years, 50 metres butterfly final.
So just the 2 finals to go in the 50 metres. 28.77, the ridiculous time by Julie Svensson in lane 4. We had a surprise in the previous final with the lanes or the winds coming from the outer lanes. It might not be this time. So Julia Svensson of Kvik Kastrup, behind her a full second before you get to the next English national. But my goodness, if you look at the pool, that is not the case whatsoever. It's incredibly tight all across the entire pool. Will she get the commemorative gold? She does indeed. The English national gold will go to Macy Lawrence of Mount Kelly, 28.76. The English national silver will go to Emily Ford of Oxford, and City of Peterborough's Mia Leach, 28.96. All the top 4 girls under 29 seconds and taking home their medals.
And then for our next event, ladies and gentlemen, our final women's event of the meet. So let's make some noise for the women here as they make their way to poolside for the 17 years and over 50 metres butterfly final. In 0 from Stockport Metro, Scarlett Peacock. In 1 from Mid-Sussex, Sophie Maguire. In 2 also from Mid-Sussex, Rachel Bowen. In 3 from Borough of Waltham Forest, Jasmine Eiley. In 4 from Denmark, Cecilia Vierth. In 5 also from Denmark, Brigitte Gard. In 6 from Falcon Nottingham, Imogen Gold. In 7 from York City Bass, Neola Thorpe. In 8 from Worcester, Charlotte Hall. And in 9 from City of Peterborough, Poppy Richardson. This is the women's 17 years and over 50 metres butterfly final.
Take your mark.
So the final event for the girls, the 17 years and over 50 metre final, Cecilia Vierth and Brigitte Gard, the 2 Danish girls in the centre lanes, 28.03 and 28.38 their entry times. The closest to them was Jasmine Eiley, Borough of Waltham Forest, 28.94. No other girl under 30 seconds. Here we go then. Only a few metres to go. It's going to be the Danes down the centre, but it's for the English gold and silver, bronze. Who's going to get it? Well, it's 27.96. First of all, the first thing to say from Cecilia Vierth of Denmark. My goodness me. The English national gold, silver, bronze is going to go to Jasmine Eiley, Borough of Waltham Forest. Cracking time, 28.68. Neola Thorpe of York City, again, 28.79. And 500th behind of Worcester, Charlotte Hall is going to get that bronze medal round her neck. Congratulations, girls.
So that might have been our final girls event of the session and of the meet, but we still have one more event in total, and it is for the men. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the athletes for the men's 13-14 years 400 metres freestyle final. In 0 from Stockport Metro, Lewis Cottam. In 1 from Borough of Stockton, William Baines. In 2 from Wickham District, Joshua Weston. In 3 from Gateshead and Wickham, Adam Strickland. In 4 also from Gateshead and Wickham, Ryan Zhao. In 5 from Tigers Jersey, Thomas Defanes. In 6 from City and Manchester Aquatics, Oliver Taylor. In 7 from Nova Centurion, Liam Dawson. In 8 from City of Coventry, Niall Connell. And in 9 from City of Leicester, Daniel Kennedy. This is the men's 13-14 years 400 metres freestyle final.
Can you believe it? A whole entire week gone and just 5 races to go. It's the 5 men's finals for the 400 metres. We, of course, start with the 13, 14-year-olds. Now, after all the action for the 50 metres, we didn't have much time to look on Twitter. We do now. And this is your last call for Twitter messages. Again, use the hashtag #SESwimming. So let's have a look what's been happening. City of Bristol Aquatics, bronze for Ori in the 17 plus 200 metre backstroke. And a lovely photo of her as well. Congratulations, Ori. From Northampton, the men's 15 years 50 fly, Gartside came 7th at 27.34, cracking time for them. Bowson and Phoenix, great swimming by the girls, 200 metre backstrokers. Ella Turner 7th in the 12-13 years, Ellie Wheeler 6th in the 16 years, and Miley Lane 8th in the 17 years. So a cracking week and a cracking final day for Bowson and Phoenix. City of Portsmouth, great skills from HX BRB to smash his PB and go 26.9 in the final of the 16-year-olds 50 metre fly. West Norfolk Swim Club, Sam Rose PBs in the final of the 15 years men's 50 metre butterfly to take silver. Congratulations again, Joanne CH. Fantastic end to a week at the Summer Nationals for Ella Cooper Holmes with a PB in the 100 metre back and a silver medal to go with her gold in the 50 metre freestyle. Also fantastic weekend for Ella Cooper Holmes. Basildor Swim Club, great swim in the 50 fly for 15-year-olds finals. Tom J posted a lifetime best. Congratulations. Top swim for Megan Pye, City of Norwich. And I'll come back to these because we're already fairly deep into this first 400 metre final. Taking the lead at the moment, Thomas Defranes of Tigers Jersey, a 1:32.35. He wasn't the fastest on paper. That was Ryan Zhao of Gateshead and Wickham, a 4:21.12 as we reach or just approach the halfway stage in this one. And again, it's those lanes as we see ever so often, lanes 3, 4 and 5. Adam Strickland, Ryan Zhao and Thomas Defranes taking up the reins for those 3 in the centre. And it's still those 3, although it has swapped over. Thomas Defranes takes the lead at the halfway stage. Ryan Zhao and Adam Strickland, and it's those 3 out in front. Well, keep your eye very closely. It's actually William Baines, took me by surprise as well. The Borough of Stockton athlete. He reigns out the top 3, demoting Adam Strickland down to 4th as it stands. Plenty of time to go. City of Liverpool Swim Club on Twitter. Ella Prescott finishes 4th in the 50 fly. Well done, Ella. Ambersham Swimming Club, another PB for Ellis in the 200 back to finish 4th and finish off an incredible national with no less than 6 PBs out of 6. What a race from Ellis. Congratulations. We'll come back to Twitter very shortly. Also, keep your eyes on the pool. It is, as we saw over the first 250 metres, of course, lanes 4 and 5, Ryan Zhao and Adam Strickland fighting this one out, and Thomas Defranes of Tigers Jersey. It's still down those centre lanes, lanes 0 and 1, Lewis Cottam, William Baines. They're fighting back in this, 4th and 5th respectively. But with 100 to go, it's the blue cap versus the yellow cap. It's Gaden Wickland against Tiger's jersey. These two now will most definitely be taking, it seems, the silver and the gold medals. And there is a cracking fight on for bronze to their right. It's lanes 0, 1 and 3 involved in that one. William Cottam, William Baines, Lewis Cottam even, and Joshua Weston, Adam Strickland. They're all in there. Keep your eyes on that fight for bronze. But there's a fantastic fight also for gold and silver going on down the middle. You cannot separate them. This is going to come down to the tenths of the second at the moment. Ryan Zhao again, fastest coming in. In fact, 2 seconds ahead of Thomas Dufresne. But it's not like that in the pool whatsoever. Can Dufresne pull off the unbelievable and take a win ahead of Zhao? We're going to find out in the last 5-10 metres. It's incredibly close. Just keep your eye on the scoreboard. Who's going to get it? It does go to Dufresne. It's a 4:17. A 4:17 is 6 seconds off his entry time, which was a PB to get into this final. That's absolutely incredible. A 4:18.15 for Zhao as well. No doubt they were pulling each other along. That's a 6 second and a 3 second PB for the gold and silver medalists. And taking bronze for winning that fight was Adam Strickland of Gateshead and Wickham. Fantastic gold, silver and bronze medals. The first of 5 400 metre finals.
Well, brilliant race. And as Ewan quite rightly mentioned, both of the top swimmers there, Ryan Zhao and Thomas Dufresne, pushing each other on to heights that maybe they didn't expect. Should we have another one? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is now time for our next event. Please welcome to poolside the athletes for the men's 15 years 400 metres freestyle final. Get your maracas out. In lane 0 from Plymouth Leander, Oscar North. In 1 from Didcot Barramundi, Ben Newell. In 2 from Stockport Metro, Jolan Bennett. In 3 from City of Oxford, Billy Watton. In 4 from Derwentside, Lewis Maxwell. In 5 from Northampton, Jack Gartside. In 6 from Nova Centurion, Andrew Hall. In 7 from Basildon and Phoenix, James Spears. And in 8 from City of Leicester, Kieran Bott. This is the men's 15 years 400 metres freestyle final.
Wow, what an incredible shake there from poolside. Congratulations on that shouting. Congrats, amazing. And let's try and catch up on Twitter. So Alex Pinisher, Sasha Thomas, City of Norwich set another PB in the 50 butterfly with a 29.31, placing 6th. Great swims, all championship, Sasha. Well done. Hashtag SE Swimming. That is the hashtag to use. From St Felix, Colin steps up another 0.3 to win bronze in the 16 years 50 metre final. Congratulations, awesome work. Hashtag Team Felix. London Borough of Hounslow, 5th place in the 50 fly final for Tallulah at Nationals with another PB, 29.62. Incredible amount of PBs across this entire event. Felix had it again. Natalie swam another big PB to win gold in the 14 years 50 butterfly final. Well done. Hashtag Team Felix. City of Oxford, yes she can. Stepping up to take silver is our own Emily Ford. A great finish in the 16 years 50 metre fly. Huge congrats. Way to go, Emily. Almost caught up. A great race from Jamie Irwin. This is from Amersham in the 200 back final, going 2 seconds faster than his heat and winning a bronze medal. Hashtag stepping up. Hashtag finishing strong. That's what you all need to do. And from Portsmouth, boom! Maya Leach smashes her PB to go 28.9 and win bronze in the 16 years 50 metre. Hashtag top job. couple more coming in literally in the last couple of minutes. Go Lewis Cottam, love from all your pals at Duke and Marlin Swing Club. That's from Karen Braddock. And Libby Freeman holds off a late challenge to take gold at the Swim England National Summer Meet. Crikey, they're absolutely flying in. Bethany Webster, great swim. Archie Down in the men's 15 years, 50 metre fly from Webster's, and everyone at Bingley Amateur Swimming Club. We'll come back to this. Let's have a look at the pool, because we're at the halfway stage. In the lead, coming through lane 4, Lewis Maxwell. His entry time of 4:16.77. That was a PB to get into the final. He also won the 200 metre free just a couple of days ago. Outside his time, it's a 4:17.97 from Jack Gartside. But it's incredibly tight in lanes 2 and 3 also. Billy Watton and Yolan Bennett from Stockport and City of Oxford. Incredibly tight for the silver and bronze, but streaking away with 1:50 to go. Can he hold on? Lane number 4, the fastest man on paper from Derwent's side. It is, of course, Lewis Maxwell. What's his lead, though? It's not huge. It's about 2.5 seconds from Jack Gartside from Northampton. And following on from those two, Yolan Bennett of Stockport, 2:38.71. With 150 to go, we all know anything can change in the pool. We've seen it happen, it can happen again, but it's a comfortable lead. It's a couple of body lengths really for Lewis Maxwell as he'll turn for the final 100 metres. And there's no less than 6 or 7 swimmers available to get those silver and bronze medals named their next. But hey, gold, of course it's still up for grabs. It's only a body length. And with 75 metres to go now, Lewis Maxwell, he's led from the off and now from Derwent's side. And the race for bronze most definitely heating up, but it's now down to 3. It's down to lane 5. It's down to lanes 2 and 3 also. Yolan Bennett, Billy Watton and Jack Gartside. There's 4 of them in the race. There's only 3 medals up for grabs. Who's going to be taking them home, or who's going to have their last race disappointed? Lewis Maxwell from Derwent's side, 3:40.29. He still leads. Now stretched that lead to over 3 seconds ahead of Gartside. So the gold, we know, is going to Derwent's side. The silver and the bronze is now being made a little bit more clear. The silver should be going surely to Jack Gartside unless anything silly happens over the last 20 metres. Well, let's congratulate lane number 4, Lewis Maxwell. He takes the gold, 4 minutes 11.51. 5.5 seconds off his BPB that got him into this final. Incredible swimming. Same for Jack Gartside, silver medal. His entry time 4:17. Still another 4 seconds off that. And the bronze goes to Yolan Bennett of Stockport. He wins the race for the bronze medal, but everybody trailing behind Lewis Maxwell. Again, 4:11.51. Cracking swimming.
Time then for another one, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome your athletes to poolside for the men's 16 years, 400 metres freestyle final. In 0 from Davencio XL, Thomas Wyatt. In 1 from City of Oxford, Kenji McDade. In 2 from Seven Oaks, Ellis Stanhope. In 3 from City of Peterborough, Herbie Kinder. In 4 from Millfield, Alexander Sargent. In 5 from Staines, Ross Philp. In 6 from Amersham, Jamie Owen. In 7 from City of Birmingham, James Goodwin. And in 8 from Stockport Metro, Benjamin Foster. This is the men's 16 years, 400 metres freestyle final.
Just 3 finals to go. I did say I'd read out as many Twitter messages as possible, Blimey, you've set me a challenge there, flying in. Let's have another quick go. Just spend a minute on this one. Congratulations, Bassett Law and Michael Glossop. That's from Jan Johnston. Bassett Law is officially on the map, she says. My goodness, I'm not sure where it is in the country, but it's definitely on a map somewhere. Bethany Webster, great swim. Archie Dunn in the men's 15 years 50-metre fly. Jasmine, she says, good luck, James, from Basildon in your 400. Jorvik Swim Club, huge congrats to all the Team Jorvik swimmers competing in the National Summer Meet. We're proud of you all. Alex Pinniger, again, Sasha Thomas sets another PB in the 50 fly final, placing 5th. Great swims all championship, well done. Bethany, again, great swim, well done. Archie Dunn, bronze in the men's 50-metre fly from the Websters and everyone at Abingley Swimming Club. Robin North says, go Oscar North, my wonderful nephew in the 400 freestyle final. That was the previous final. And a lovely message from Nikki Packham. Beyond proud of our son, Joe Packham. Bronze and a great PB, 15-year-old. Go, Joe. That's the final one I've got. So let's get back to the swimming pool, the important bit, because we're already over 200 metres in, or sorry, over 100 metres in, 125 metres even, to this third 400-metre final. It's the turn of the men's 16 years. Now, the fastest in the pool from Millfield School, Alexander Sargent, 4:12.75, fantastic time. But the previous final, the 16-year-olds, that was actually bested by the winner of that one. So it's going to be another cracking time to beat. So many PBs coming into this final. Sargent's time was a PB, as was Ross Phelps and Herbie Kinder's, Ellis Stanhope, McCade's, Wyatt's, and up the top also James Goodwin on their PBs. And it's the tightest final we've seen of all three so far. Nobody really moving away from the field. Maybe with just his head in front is Alexander Sargent of Millfield, fastest on paper. And he turns at the halfway stage with the lead as well. But look at that, dead across the pool. Everything to play for in this second 200 metres. Some other good entry times, 4:14.15 from Ross Philp and a 4:14.91 from Jamie Owen. And splitting those two, Herbie Kinder with a 4:14.16. Plenty of medals already won by all these races in the pool at this championship. Ross Philp won the 100-metre fly in the 16-year-olds category, so he's already got a gold medal for him. And also second place in the 100-metre black. So 2 medals already for Philp. What can he do in the 400-metre final? So they were in 100 metres. Can he use his stamina to get something else in these longer races? Now with his arm still just in front, Alexander Sargent of Millfield. But to his left, Herbie Kinder going absolutely nowhere. And in fact, Herbie Kinder touches first by 1/100th of a second. My goodness me. Alexander Sargent, for the first time in this final, finds himself in the silver medal position, winning the race for the bronze at the moment. Ross Philp, 3:10, so a good 1.4 seconds behind those top 2 chaps. And in fourth, just 7/100ths of a second, Jamie Owen. This is going to go right down to the wire. They've only got 50 metres to go in this final. It's going to be their last race, of course, of the entire week. So they're going to give it absolutely everything, no doubt about that whatsoever. And look at this fight for the gold medal between Herbie Kinder and Alexander Sargent. On paper, there's 1.5 seconds separating them. There's barely 1.5 inches separating them in the pool. It's going to be the green cap of Sargent of Millfield, or will it be the green cap of Peterborough and Herbie Kinder? I've mixed those two around. Third and fourth is going to be gold and silver. Who's it going to go to? You can't tell from this position. Does take Alexander Sargent. He had 100th of a second deficit going into that final 100. He's turned it around to win by 400ths of a second ahead of Herbie Kinder, the man from Peterborough, who takes the silver medal. And behind that, Jamie Owen of Amersham, he comes through to take the bronze medal ahead of the bronze medal leader at the 300-metre mark.
Well, what an epic race that was. Let's have another one, shall we? Without further ado, it's time for our penultimate race of the night and indeed the event. Please welcome to poolside the athlete for the men, 17 years and over, 400 metres freestyle final. In 0 from Tewkesbury, Adam Hall. In 1 from City of Derby, Shay Bradley. In 2 from Devonshire XL, Ryan Huddart. In 3 from Royal Wolverhampton School, Ben Cope. In 4 from Northampton, Jack Buswell. In 5 from City of Oxford, Daniel Jenkins. In 6 from City of St Albans, Ralph Munser. In 7 from Nova Centurion, Joshua Harris. In 8 from Wickham District, Piers Bowden. And in 9 from City of St Albans, Jude Lydiard. This is the men's 400 metres freestyle final.
And as Stephen mentioned, this is the penultimate final of the entire week, the men's 17 years 400 metre freestyle. Twitter, you will not beat me. I'm going to do this, okay? Jorvik Swim Club Academy admin is just back from Hollybobs, but managed to catch Meredith swimming in the 50 metre final. My heart can't take it. What a star you are. Congrats. Northampton, men's 15 years 400 metre freestyle, guard side 4:14.87 PB to take silver. Congratulations from Olivia to Archie Dunn, Sophia Basababa and Ella Stabler, who started swimming at Bingley. We are so proud of you. Congratulations to those as well. Gold and a club record double champ from Caligo Tigers. Tom makes it 2 hashtag SE swimming titles with an unreal swim. Congratulations. From water polo, it was great to see you up there this week, Doug. Well done to all of your swimmers. That's regards to Basildon Phoenix. And that is me caught up. Let's get back to the swimming. You've got about 5 minutes maximum to get your final tweets in of the week. Let's take a look at the pool. In lane number 4, Jack Boswell of Northampton. Entry time 4:08.36. And there's in fact 4 chaps in the pool that have gone under 4 minutes 10 to make it into this final. All 4 of those, as you can guess, are PBs as well. They come from Ralph Munster, Daniel Jenkins, Jack Boswell and Ben Cope. They are all in the 4-minute 8s, and the closest to those 4 chaps in the centre is Ryan Huddart with a 4:11. So a 3-second gap between those central 4. But in lane 5 at the moment, Daniel Jenkins, he's a 4:08 man. He is struggling behind. The lanes to his left and right, 4 and 6, it's Jack Boswell and Ralph Munster. And the 4 lanes on this near side, my goodness me. You can draw an arrow and fire it between them. You cannot separate them whatsoever. But at the halfway mark, it is still Ralph Munster, Jack Boswell. Not much separating them whatsoever. Munster actually goes through the halfway mark in 2 minutes, absolutely dead. And 29 hundredths of a second behind is Jack Boswell. And as you can see, as it sees in the pool, half a second or so to the next few competitors. So making their way through the 3rd set of 100 metres. Plenty of swimming to do, but as you can see, the story's starting to be told. There's 3 or 4 involved now. Make it 5 or 6 if you include lanes 0 and 1. Adam Hall and Shay Bradley. The man from Tewkesbury and the man from the City of Derby very much involved. But just with his fingernails out in front. Lane 6, Ralph Munster from the City of St Albans. It's incredibly tight between him and Jack Boswell still. Very little to separate them. At the previous mark, there was around about 15 hundredths of a second. Is it going to be the same or is it going to be more? It's around about the same, a 3:03.58 for Munster and a 3:03.59 for Boswell. It's come down to just 1/100th of a second. I thought it looked close, and my goodness, isn't it just. Lanes 2 and 3, Ryan Huddart and Ben Cope. They're fighting out, trying to get back in that gold and silver medal fight. At the moment, they're fighting for bronze, as is lane 0's Tewkesbury's Adam Hall. We haven't seen many medals come from the outside lanes in these finals in the evening session. Can he change all that with a fantastic final 50 metres? We'll wait and see. He turns in 5th place. He's got some fighting to do. Let's get back to the centre. It's lanes 4, it's lane 6. It's still Buswell, it's still Munzer. They've been trading first and second, and now it looks like lane number 3, Ben Cope has come to join the party. He might even spoil the party in the last 25 metres. It's only going to be between these three. Can Buswell hold off Munzer? He does indeed. He takes the goal. Jack Buswell from Northampton, a 4:04.93, 4 seconds off of his PB entry time. The silver goes to Ben Cope. He came in with a 4:08.67. That's another PB for him. And taking the bronze behind the gold and silver, Ralph Munzer, City St Albans, 4:05.75.
Well, I've mentioned in the last couple of days, ladies and gentlemen, we keep you up to date with what is happening at the European Championships in Glasgow. And if your eyes are all focused on the swimming here, then all power to you. But we can report from the European Championships, we do have another British world record. Adam Peaty continues to grow his legend. 57 dead. He did the 100-metre breaststroke. Congratulations to Adam from all of us here at the Swim England National Summer Meet. That is a stupidly good swim from Adam Peaty. We still have one more incredible race of this meet to go, ladies and gentlemen. So everyone inside Ponds Forge, let's make some noise for our final race of the evening. Please welcome to poolside the athletes for the men's 18 years and over 400 metres freestyle final. In 0 from Stockport Metro, Alex Crossland-Robbins. In 1 from Northampton, Samuel Blackett. In 2 from Hatfield, Luke Sugden. In 3 from City of Milton Keynes, Marcus Johnson. In 4 from Denmark, Marcus Svensson. In 5 also from Denmark, Mikkel Gadgard. In 6 from Swansea Aquatics, Charlie Hopkins. In 7 from Wrekin College, Samuel Niels. In 8 from Royal Wolverhampton School, Kane Murcott. And in 9 from Brompton, Brandon Sayers. This is the men's 18 years and over 400 metres freestyle final.
So this is it, the final on the final session of the final day here at Ponsford's International Sports Centre. Let's hope it's an absolutely cracking one, of absolutely no doubt whatsoever. 2 Danish athletes are guests from the international community, a 4:02.23 and a 4:01.57. Mikkel Gadgard and Marcus Svensson respectively. Incredible times down the middle. And the top of the English contingent is a 4:08.32 from Marcus Johnson, the man from the City of Milton Keynes. He goes in lane number 3, very closely behind him as well, 4:08.94 from Charlie Hopkins in lane 6. But if you look at the pool, no surprise to see the 2 men down the centre, the 2 Danish in lanes 4 and 5, taking the lead out from the absolute start, leading through 100 metres. And based on their entry times, again, they were PBs to get into this final as well, both of those chaps. PBs for this final also came from lane number 9, Brandon Sayers, lane 7, Samuel Neild, and going down the pages as well, Charlie Hopkins came in with a PB, as did Alex Crossland-Robbins, Samuel Blackett and Luke Senden. So fantastic times to get into these finals. Have they left anything back whatsoever to chase those English national gold, silver and bronze medals? So 150 metres down, outside lanes 4 and 5. Who are we looking at? We're looking at Marcus Johnson. He's currently in gold medal position for the English nationals, 1:29.05. In silver position, Charlie Hopkins of Swanley Aquatics, and in the bronze medal position is currently in lane 0, Alex Crossland-Robbins, the man from Stockport. So could there be a medal from the outside lanes? And lane number 9 not doing too badly either. Brandon Sayers on the outside. But look at this lead already. 2 body lengths, almost 3 body lengths The two chaps down the centre and to their left and right, as it always tends to be, lane 6 and 3. It's Marcus Johnson fighting with Charlie Hopkins for gold and silver. And still again, the outside lanes, lane 0 from Stockport, Alice Croxland-Robbins, 202.24 at the halfway stage. And we might just have one final look at Twitter for the entire week. Has anything coming in the last couple of minutes? Of course it has. City of Oxford, Kenji with yet another gutsy performance. Punching symbol, muscle symbol, going faster in the final with another PB in the 16-year 400 metre free. City of Portsmouth, great step up from Pops Richardson, 0.4 of a second faster in the final to finish 9th. And in the men's 17 years 400 metre free final, well done to Jack Boswell, 404 to take gold medal. From Balford and Phoenix, great swim by Jamie Spears to round off a superb summit at the Nationals. Well done, and it's really well done to every single team, every single competitor, regardless of medals and finishing places. Just being here, you're some of the best people in the absolute country, so congratulations and pat on the back from all of us up in the commentary box at least. Now down the centre, still building on that lead in lanes 4 and 5. No surprise, Marcus Svensson, Mikkel Goddard, the men from Denmark, they will turn with 50 metres to go, 3:26 and a 3:28. But behind them, let's have a look. Who's going for the gold, silver and the bronze in the English national medals? In third place, it's Marcus Johnson ahead of Charlie Hopkins. They've been fighting for gold and silver throughout this entire 400 metres. They're going to take it right to the line as well. The fight for the bronze, I can't tell from here. You're going to have to keep your eye on the scoreboard and over the last 25 metres. But congratulations to lane number 5. It's another commemorative gold for Denmark over this entire week. A 3:56. My goodness me, from Marcus Svensson. A PB was 4:01 coming into this. Let's concentrate on the English gold, silver and bronze. It does, of course, go to Marcus Johnson, City of Milton Keynes, taking the silver, Charlie Hopkins from Swansea, and in the bronze medal position from lane number 1. Congratulations goes to Samuel Blackett of Northampton. But again, a 3:56 to round out the week. That's an incredible time. 5 seconds off his PB coming into this final. Hands together for Marcus Svensson of Denmark. Absolutely cracking time. And his teammate gets the commemorative silver. And then again, a gold, silver and bronze to round out the week. Marcus Johnson, Charlie Hopkins, Samuel Blackett. Well done to all.
Thank you very much, Ewan, for guiding us through what's been a brilliant final session here at the Swim England National Summer Meet. Do stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. Medals are on their way very, very shortly indeed. Wonderful meet it's been, ladies and gentlemen. If you are leaving us now, thank you ever so much for your presence here in Ponds Forge and making this week so special. It's now time, ladies and gents, for our medal ceremonies though. Please welcome the athletes to the podium for the men's 50 metres butterfly. Our presentation party: Swim England President Richard Whitehead and Swim England Regional Presidents from the South East, Eileen Adams, and from the North East, Christine Golightly. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Salisbury, Aidan McMullen. In the 15 years category, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Joseph Packham. And in the 16 years category, representing St Felix School, Colin Salaboko. The winners of the silver medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Millfield, David O'Loughlin. In the 15 years category, representing West Norfolk, Samuel Rose. And in the 16 years category, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, Andre Stryden. And can we please have a cheer as well for receiving a tied bronze medal in the men's 15 years category from City of Bradford, Archie Dunn. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Wickham District, Samuel Tucker. In the 15 years category, representing Pershore, Patrick Heeks. And in the 16 years category, representing Thanet Swim, Toby Sijwade. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 50 metres butterfly. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 17 years category, representing Bebington, Aaron Fox. In the 18 years and over category, representing Satellite, Adam Frost. And receiving the commemorative bronze medal, representing Denmark, Sebastian Oversen. The winners of the silver medals. In the 17 years category, representing Bournemouth Collegiate, Christian Ty. And in the 18 years and over category, representing Southport, Jacob Lee. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 17 years category, representing Melton Mowbray, William Graham. And in the 18 years and over category, representing Exeter City, Dominic Wooldridge. Receiving the commemorative gold medal, representing Denmark, Jonas Kistorp. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once more for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 50 metres butterfly. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Lincoln Vulcans, Laura Dickinson. In the 14 years category, representing Stockport Metro, Olivia Heron. And in the 15 years category, representing Team Jorvik, Meredith Harness. The winners of the silver medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Borough of Waltham Forest, Isabel Eiley. In the 14 years category, representing Pershore, Hannah Woodcock. And in the 15 years category, representing City of Sunderland, Caitlin Cambrook. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Sevenoaks, Eva Acaro. In the 14 years category, representing St Felix School, Natalie Sanford. And in the 15 years category, representing Hatfield, Jessica Woodward. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 50 metres butterfly. Winners of the bronze medals. In the 17-18 years category, representing City of Peterborough, Mia Leach. And in the 17 years and over category, representing Worcester, Charlotte Hall. Winners of the silver medals. In the 16 years category, representing City of Oxford, Emily Ford. In the 17 years and over category, representing York City, Neola Thorpe. And receiving the commemorative silver medal, representing Denmark, Regitze Gart. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 16 years category, representing Mount Kelly, Macy Lawrence. Receiving the commemorative gold medal, representing Kvik Kastrup, Julia Svensson. In the 17 years and over category, representing Borough of Waltham Forest, Jasmine Eiley. And receiving the commemorative gold medal, representing Denmark, Cecilia Veer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. I mentioned, it has been a wonderful event, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you still with us here in Ponds Forge, thank you ever so much for your time. You see the Wickham District lot leaving below me. Hashtag Pineapple Power has been really real this week. We appreciate you. Been lovely interacting with all the teams, all the swimmers and all the parents as well this week as also. And those of you who have been keeping your messages coming in on Twitter at the hashtag SE Swimming. It has been a pleasure keeping up with you and following the action through your eyes as well. Time now for our next ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the athletes to the podium for the men's 400 metres freestyle. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Stockport Metro, Lewis Cotton. In the 15 years category, representing Stockport Metro, Jolan Bennett. And in the 16 years category, representing Amersham, Jamie Owen. Winners of the silver medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Gateshead and Wickham, Ryan Zhao. In the 15 years category, representing Northampton, Jack Gartside. And in the 16 years category, representing City of Peterborough, Herbie Kinder. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 13-14 year category, representing Tigers Jersey, Thomas Defanes. In the 15 years category, representing Derwentsside, Lewis Maxwell. And in the 16 years category, representing Millfield, Alexander Sargent. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, medal ceremony for the men's 400 metres freestyle. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 17 years category, representing City of St Albans, Ralph Munson. And in the 18 years and over category, representing Northampton, Samuel Blackett. The winners of the silver medals. Representing Royal Wolverhampton School, Ben Cope. And in the 18 years and over category, representing Swansea Aquatics, Charlie Hopkins. And receiving the commemorative silver medal, representing Denmark, Marcus Svensson. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 17 years category, representing Northampton, Jack Buswell. In the 18 years and over category, representing City of Milton Keynes, Marcus Johnson. Receiving the commemorative gold medal, representing Denmark, Mikael Gadgaard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the final time for your medalists. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, swimmers, coaches, parents, those still watching on the live stream, it has been wonderful to have you for the last 5 days here at the Swim England National Summer Meet. We hope you've enjoyed absolutely every second of it. For those of you who've been with us for 5 days, for those of you who've been with us all the way through the last fortnight, we hope you've enjoyed wall-to-wall swimming in every possible sense of the phrase. From everyone, we hope you've enjoyed it. We can't wait to do it again next year. We'll see you soon at the Winter Champs here in Ponds Forge, December the 14th to December the 16th. Officials, we will thank you for one final time as we invite you to leave the poolside. Ladies and gentlemen, until winter, good night.